All right, Coach. I love this. Felt like you said you were just headed to Disney World.
That's kind of the feeling when you've lost 4 or 5 like we have in a row, and the kids rebound like that, and you feel like you've accomplished something when you have your team meetings, you have your talks, you have your practices, and it comes to fruition, and the kids feel so good about themselves. And when your kids feel good about who they are, you feel good about who you are and the job that you're doing. That's where my excitement is. Obviously, we all want to win every time we go on the court. We've just been handed a pretty tough deal this year. It's a pretty adverse season, and if they will continue to get better like they're doing right now, then my hat's off to them for not succumbing to it. So it's a wonderful feeling.
Big day out of one of your senior guards that the player maybe that you saw when you signed a year and a half ago. And, Mo had a big day today. Got to the free throw line, did the things you needed her to do as running the show. Talk a little bit about her game.
And Mo's a great place to start because Mo has struggled. Obviously, she sat out last year, most of the year, and is just now starting to rebound. We saw a little glitter of hope in her eyes the other day, last game. Mm-hmm. So we capitalized on the day and tried to give her some confidence and started her today because we knew that would be big because she answered the bell. And that's the biggest thing is the confidence in her has got to continue to grow and feel good about who she is. But if you don't have that quarterback on the football team that can get you in your sets and produce, I don't care who else you got, you're in trouble. And that's where we've been struggling. Mo handled it today, and she got to the free throw line, which is her biggest asset. She nailed a 3, which she's a pretty decent shooter. So she was able to do some things today that made us flow as a team, and it made everybody better today because she was on the court. And that's a sign of a true point guard.
And you talked about earlier about Tasia, how people react or how kids react after they've been injured when they come back. Mm-hmm. Do they play hesitant, or do they really, have they really missed what they've missed?
That's right.
And I think she's proven that she missed what she wasn't getting to do.
Yeah, there's nothing like waking somebody up than when something's taken away from her. She was fortunate. She's not Chloe, who's done. Her career's over with her injury. Tasia was fortunate in the fact that she's able to come back. But it's her rehabbing. You can watch through the rehabbing process. That's going to tell you a lot. Tasia was relentless in the rehab process. And she told me 2 or 3 times, Coach, I'm going to get back sooner than they expect. I'm working. So I knew the heart was there. And right now, we're having to limit her minutes, obviously, but she's getting more and more minutes each time she plays. So she's a great one to have coming back on that court because she's a difference maker. And those are few and far between.
Now it's amazing, too. Now we've gotten to the point, now we're deep into this interview, and we've not talked about Bria scoring 16 or 18. I don't know what it was because we expect that now from a true freshman.
Is that not incredible from a freshman? But she still had double figures,
right.
And she did sit on the bench tonight. She picked up 2 fouls. You have to rest her a little bit, but she looked like she was a step slow tonight. And when you've been, I think, 4 or 5 games in a row, she hasn't had double-doubles. She deserves that. You know what I mean? The kid still tries to give you a heart, but it just wasn't there. The pace through some parts of the ball game tonight, and so we tried to rest her a little bit. So she probably didn't have the minutes that she's been having, and that was strictly by design. Just because the kid she's a freshman, and you can't wear her out. We still got the whole back half to go. So that's all. And sometimes the team comes first, and if other people don't step up and get it done off the bench, or the people that you're expecting to on the court, then we can't rest her. But tonight we were able to do it and get by with it because of the way people were playing. So it was a team effort. And Bria, her stats paid the price for a team effort, if that makes sense today.